In this vlog, I will be reviewing the book Gone with the Wind, a novel by Margaret Mitchell. First published in 1936, this story is set at the backdrop of American Civil War and Reconstruction era. Scarlett O'Hara, the protagonist of the story, isn't a hero in conventional sense. A hero is perceived as righteous and selfless even in adversity. There can be no true hero as we all have some darkness within. For me, the character of Scarlett is unforgettable. She is young, spoiled, selfish, manipulative, but at the same time strong, determined, and intelligent. She scrumptiously uses her charms to get what she wants, showing no morality, fear, or kindness. Though you would want to hate her, still her grit and determination is admirable. She enjoys a fairy tale life at Tara. She is 16 years old and in love with Ashley Wilkes, declared her love for him. His rejection and her decision to marry Charles Hamilton in retribution will change her life forever. She leads her life under delusion of her love for Ashley. She saw him as the person she believed him to be rather than what he truly was. And this love of delusion isn't uncommon. If we look around, Rhett Butler, a mysterious gentleman, witnessed her declaration of love for Ashley and is smitten by her unladylike spirit. Thus begins his quest for her. Not too long after her marriage storm hits. Before she could realize she is a widow with a child and she is forced to lead a life of restrictions. The world she grew up had gone with the wind. Scarlett is invited to Atlanta to live with her aunt and Melanine, who was married to Ashley. But she is forced to return to Tara as Atlanta burns in war, only to realize her home was not what it used to be. Her mother had died and father was grief-stricken. Sisters were sick and no food in the household. This marks her journey to survive and fend for herself and her family. She works hard and desperate times show growth and strength her character. She does what it takes to survive on the war and poverty. She starts working in field and gradually as life begins to recover, next taxes are levied on and she looks for Rhett Butler for help. In Atlanta, when Rhett refuses her, she charms and marries Frank, who was her sister's fiancé, for he had money and security she needed. She even starts running his business for good, but no late she is pregnant and Frank dies protecting her. Rhett enters her life again and he slowly conquers her heart with his deep, abiding love. He helps her from constraints of society and loves her with all her imperfections. They get married even though she confesses she doesn't love him, but he intended on having her one way or another. Life is seemingly normal between their fights. Scarlett still believed she loved Ashley. Bonnie is born, their beautiful daughter. She meets Ashley one day and believes he loves her, thus pushes Rhett away. Rhett doubts Bonnie and spoils her with love with Scarlett, never realized. Despite all his efforts, she couldn't make Scarlett get over Ashley. Death of Bonnie when she is 4 years old, after falling from pony, breaks their heart and Rhett leaves Atlanta. Scarlett finally realizes had she ever understood Ashley, she would never have loved him. And had she ever understood Rhett, she would have never lost him. Rhett had given up on her by then, but Scarlett promises to herself to win him back. Tomorrow, is another day. The real beauty of this novel are the lies in its flawed characters. Even if you hate them, you still can't stop thinking about them. And a saying that I picked up from one of my favorite characters from other book. She says that lies are the most exquisite love a person could give. And with that, thank you for watching.